Imagine asking an AI about a document it has never seen. Your company's private knowledge base. Real-time data. How can it possibly answer? The answer is RAG. Retrieval-Augmented Generation. The breakthrough technology that lets language models access information they were never trained on. First, we'll understand the problem. Why language models can't know everything. Then we'll break down the 3 stages of RAG: retrieval, augmentation, and generation. We'll explore vector databases, enterprise applications, and real-world examples. Here's the fundamental limitation. An LLM's knowledge is frozen at training time. Limited training data. A fixed context window. Massive knowledge gaps. When you ask about information it doesn't have, the model can't simply say nothing. It tries to answer anyway. Without sufficient information, the model still generates responses. It makes predictions based on patterns it learned during training. But predictions aren't facts. This is what causes hallucinations. Confident answers that sound right, but are completely wrong. RAG is the solution. Retrieval-Augmented Generation. 3 critical stages. First, retrieve relevant information from external sources. Second, augment the prompt with that retrieved context. Third, generate an answer grounded in real documents. Knowledge meets generation. The breakthrough is elegantly simple. Instead of relying only on what the model learned during training, we give it access to external knowledge at query time. Dynamic information, fresh documents, private databases, your data. The model becomes a reasoning engine over real knowledge. When a question arrives, the retrieval engine activates. It searches through documents, databases, knowledge repositories. It finds relevant content, ranks results by relevance, and returns the top matches. Speed matters. Accuracy matters more. The knowledge can come from anywhere. Internal company documents, enterprise databases, research papers, PDF files, live websites, knowledge graphs. The system doesn't care about the source. It just needs structured, searchable information. Now comes augmentation. The retrieved documents get injected directly into the original question. The prompt expands. What was a simple query becomes a context-rich input. The model now has information it didn't originally possess. Knowledge injection complete. The augmented prompt flows into the language model. But now the model isn't guessing. It has concrete information. Retrieve facts. Relevant context. It generates a response grounded in the documents you provided. Evidence-based answers instead of hallucinations. Here's the full pipeline in action. A question arrives. The system retrieves relevant documents. It augments the prompt with retrieved context. The model generates an answer using that information, and the user receives a factual, grounded response. Most RAG systems use vector databases. Knowledge gets converted into high-dimensional vectors, embeddings. Instead of searching for exact keywords, the system searches for semantic meaning. Similar concepts cluster together in vector space. Intelligence through geometry. Traditional search matches words. Vector search matches meaning. A question about revenue decline can retrieve documents discussing financial losses, even without exact word matches. Better matches. Deeper understanding. This is why RAG works so well. Most business AI systems depend on RAG. Healthcare systems search patient records and medical research. Financial platforms retrieve compliance documents and regulatory guidelines. Legal assistants search case law. Customer support bots access knowledge bases. RAG powers enterprise AI. Here's a real example in action. An employee asks about vacation policy. The RAG system searches the company's internal knowledge base. It retrieves relevant HR documents, employee handbooks, and policy updates. It augments the question with this context. The AI responds with accurate, company-specific information. Before RAG, language models were trapped inside their training data. After RAG, they gained access to unlimited external knowledge. Dynamic information, private databases, up-to-date facts, real-time data. This single innovation unlocked enterprise adoption. RAG made AI practical for business. Let's see the full architecture in motion. User question arrives. Retrieval engine activates. Knowledge sources light up. Documents flow in. The augmentation layer expands the context. The language model processes the enriched prompt. And out comes a grounded, factual response. This is RAG. Here's what you learned. RAG stands for Retrieval-Augmented Generation. It retrieves external information before answering. Retrieved knowledge augments the prompt with real context. The language model generates grounded responses based on facts. RAG reduces hallucinations. It enables enterprise AI, and it unlocks access to private, dynamic knowledge. Next up, we'll explore AI agents versus chatbots and discover why not all AI assistants are created equal.